I'd like to invite our next speaker. Is Mr. Debojyeti Purkeyastha. He's Director Sales for Reverbed Technology, and he'll be speaking a bit on applications performance management technologies. Please welcome on stage Mr. Debojyeti Purkeyastha.
Good morning. Are we awake? Okay, very nice. You're still sleeping. By the time they set this up, I just want to understand how many of us here are aware of Reverbed. I know a lot of people are smiling, thinking, okay, the same guy is up on the stage. Can I see a hand, please? So we have about 20% of us aware. Sujay? Yes, please. Okay, so the rest of us are not aware of what Reverbed does. Is that right? We are still not good enough. We haven't optimized enough. Reverbed is a company, and the reason I'm giving this is because we want you all to just know what Reverbed does. Reverbed is a company which helps in creating a performance platform for an organization. It helps in creating a performance platform for organizations. The first and the basic foremost criteria for creating a performance platform is to understand what is required in the current scenario. And don't go too much on the slides. It was not something that was meant for. I actually wanted to play a video and then start, but you just saw a video, so I don't want to take you to another video right now. The idea is, initially, during the very initial days, every company used to have a network which was more based on a LAN infrastructure. Slowly by slowly, there were more amount of offices which opened for an organization, and people started creating a WAN. But applications were initially developed for LAN-built infrastructures. When that happens, and those applications are asked to move on a WAN, the application performance degrades. You have issues due to several reasons. Some application-based, some network-based, and some latency-based. So what Reverbed tries to accomplish is provide people with a location-independent computing platform. Making sense? That means you are actually able to put data where it is required. So the first thing is, as I was mentioning, right? It's important because location and distance today matter. And what we need is to ensure that people understand what is happening. Very primary, right? You have branches, and then you have the data centers, and you have the WAN. On top of that, you have all of this new infrastructure which comes up, the cloud. And most of the time, apart from the CIOs, even the IT level managers today do not actually have visibility into what is happening in their network. How to manage that network. So, what we try to provide with the location independent platform is the most important thing for the CEOs or the CIOs is to have a lower TCO, right? Cost, the cost benefit. But what is equally important is for the users or for the IT community to have visibility and to be able to control that and have the similar performance or same performance for users everywhere in the world or everywhere that they are operating out of. And I think the most unfortunate community are we users. We are dependent on IT, and all we request from IT is to give us a good, fast application access, good, fast speed, and no downtimes. Right? As users, we might be the worst community, including me. I keep complaining to my IT. But at the end of the day, all I'm asking for is a very good performance. So if I have a distributed architecture, right, I would just want, if I'm walking into the head office, the connectivity is better, the applications work better. But if I'm working out of a remote office, it's pathetic. So what I actually want my people to do is give me that same feeling that I have when I walk in or when I'm walking out of a remote office. This is what we try to achieve we try to offer the most complete platform which allows IT to place data in the locations where it is required, applications in the locations where it is required, have the similar performance across all locations, have complete visibility into the network, and also fix end user issues before they actually complain. Too much to ask for, but I'll quickly take you through a brief of the different platforms, but before that I'll actually just play a small video. This is on visibility, just to give you an idea of what it does.
Meet Jack, a modern-day IT operations manager. Networks, applications, virtual environments, and cloud. He's responsible for ensuring it all runs smoothly. Users from around the world are calling Jack to report application performance problems, serious issues that are putting the company's reputation at risk and affecting its day-to-day operations.
Jack, I'm calling from the London office. Not sure if you've noticed, but SharePoint has been slow every afternoon this week. My team hasn't been able to effectively service our customers and prospects, and if you don't do something fast, this will impact customer satisfaction and quarterly revenues.
Back at headquarters, the finance group has been experiencing intermittent problems with their Oracle order processing application. Nearly every customer order in the company is affected. Although a Tiger team has been on it for a few days, they are no closer to figuring out what's wrong yet. The SQL administrator's tools show no issues with the application or database, and the network admin's tools indicate the network infrastructure is fine and congestion isn't an issue.
I can try to do a packet capture and analyze the traffic, but it'll take a little while to set up. Where's the best place to capture the traffic?
I guess you could capture packets in front of the database server, but everything looks fine with it. I really don't know what other components are involved in the application, or where else we should look.
Jack is also on the team assigned to a private cloud project. The CIO wants the project finished in order to report cost savings to the board. Jack just wants to be able to move on to other projects that keep piling up. The private cloud project, however, continues to stall. All these application problems are just symptoms. The real problem is that Jack and the IT operations team can't monitor or troubleshoot the performance of today's complex applications and the networks they rely on. In fact, they don't even have a clear understanding of all the components involved in delivering their applications. Jack turns to Reverbed Cascade, application-aware network performance management that enables Jack and his team to actively manage the performance of the company's business-critical applications and the networks they run on. Cascade's application dashboards provide at-a-glance views into how critical business applications are performing. Unlike other solutions that require the deployment of probes all over the network, only to produce more data than IT can filter through, Cascade is easy to deploy and non-intrusive, so you don't need to modify your applications or your network. Cascade collects flow data from network devices and integrates it with application data from packets for a complete view into application and network performance. Rather than wait for static high-water thresholds to trigger or for users to call the help desk to complain, Cascade's analytics automatically baseline, monitor, and alert on changes in performance to provide early warning of problems. Additionally, Cascade's seamless drill down from dashboards to application transaction analysis focuses and streamlines the troubleshooting process, accelerating problem resolution by as much as 83%. You can even get to packet details with one click if needed. With Cascade analytics and application dashboards, Jack can more proactively monitor and troubleshoot application performance issues. What's more, Cascade is the only solution to automate dashboard creation, combining discovery with analytics to ensure that all components and services used to deliver the application are accounted for and monitored. Now that Jack has Cascade, he can tackle the critical problems that have the CIO up in arms. First, let's see what's happening with London's SharePoint issue.
Wow, all it took was 3 clicks. Someone accidentally misconfigured a backup process to kick off at noon instead of midnight. Well, that's an easy fix.
Next, Jack moves on to the Oracle issue. With Cascade, he has the info on hand to retroactively investigate any problem. Jack pulls up the recent alert and drills into the details. Within 30 minutes, he's able to determine that the problem is with a SQL transaction that only occurs when a certain manufacturing exception is required. 2 down and 1 to go. The private cloud project. Jack uses Cascade's Discovery Wizard to visualize the application topology of both the original application and the virtualized version. When he compares the two dependency maps, he realizes that the original application was actually using a development server that was inadvertently part of the production environment.
I love Cascade. It makes me so productive. In a single afternoon, I was able to diagnose 2 major application performance problems that were affecting our business results and figure out what was wrong with our private cloud project.
With Cascade, Jack is living the IT dream. Incidents now get resolved in record time. The IT operations team is more productive than ever, and Jack has reported impressive savings to the CIO.
Jack, you're the guy who knows everything about our IT environment, right? Well, we need your help with several strategic initiatives.
You bet. Cascade can help plan and ensure the success of new application deployments like VoIP and the SAP upgrade, as well as IT projects such as our consolidation project. Plus, if we go with Reverbed Steelhead appliances for WAN optimization, we can also use them with Cascade for remote site packet capture, QoS, and WAN optimization monitoring.
Isn't it time for you to get the same benefits for your business? Improve application performance and availability. Dramatically reduce downtime. Manage your network from an application perspective. Actually get to work on that list of cool projects on your whiteboard. Save time and money.
Okay. So that's what it actually does. It helps you to know what is happening in your network. It helps you to know what applications are running and to proactively be able to monitor that. It is also the product which is the leader in Gartner for the NPMD, Network Performance Monitoring and Diagnostics today. Right? The platforms that Reverbed were always known for was the WAN optimization platform. The product was called Steelhead. Right? As some of you are not aware, but WAN optimization generally allows the offices from a branch office to a data center or data center to data center, or people connecting over mobile devices to get an accelerated speed over whatever network they are connecting. So that is what Reverbed's bread and butter used to be when we started out in the year 2004. Now with Steelheads taking away a lot of the servers and a lot of the major application issues from different parts of the network, we still, as a company, realized that people would still have local storage. If you take a FMCG industry company, they would still continue to have local storage in the remote branches. If you take a bank, they would still have a local storage in the remote branches, because one, the applications that were running on those FMCG or in the bank required local read-write access. Right? Let's say a check processing system in a bank. If there is a check processing system in a bank, you need to take images of those. That is how a check processing system works. You take images of those and then you scan it and send it across to the central location. Take an image, scanning it, then you have to store it because you have to wait for those images to go across the WAN. For that, the solution that was designed was called Granite. This allows you to actually remove every bit and parcel of storage from your remote sites, still have remote access, and still be centralized at the data center or at the SAN storage. I'll give a small video on that. This product has been renamed, and this is from your learning perspective, which you might need to use. This product has been renamed as Steel Fusion. Steelhead is the basic WAN optimization product, and Steel Fusion is the product which is renamed recently for this particular product. I'll give you an example and I'll run a video for this.
Another day in the life of Jack, the IT guy. Jack's company has remote offices and mobile workers all over the world who need to communicate and access applications over a wide area network. But not all applications were designed to run over a wide area network. People can't collaborate and applications have ground to a halt. Road warriors can't get their hands on data when they need it, and the networks are overloaded. Jack has a big dilemma: what to do. Jack is adding more bandwidth because he figures bigger pipes, stuff goes faster. Actually, you can have plenty of bandwidth and still have slow apps. Why? Latency. The back and forth time of chatty applications. Over a WAN, this latency gets magnified, requiring thousands of back and forth trips just to get a little bit of information across the network. The Reverbed Steelhead product family is the solution. Running Rios, the Reverbed optimization software, it can be deployed as appliances, mobile clients, virtual appliances, and even instances in the cloud. No matter how it's deployed, Rios will simultaneously address bandwidth limitations, TCP and UDP performance, and application protocol chattiness. Using their patented data streamlining algorithms, Steelhead products can reduce WAN traffic by 60 to 95% while also supporting quality of service. Saving bandwidth is good, but high latency and chatty protocols can still make applications really slow. The chattiness problem has two parts, transport level and application level protocols. So Steelhead products have separate optimizations for both. Transport streamlining makes TCP more efficient, and TCP is used by the vast majority of your application traffic. That means fewer round trips and more data per trip, which adds up to much higher throughput. Steelhead products use application streamlining to accelerate the steps the application protocol is about to take and keep most of the chattiness off the WAN. Only the Steelhead products offer the Reverbed optimization system, and its clever combination of data streamlining, transport streamlining, and application streamlining delivers up to 100 times faster application performance. Now all employees have access to fast applications. Engineers in Shanghai are collaborating in real time with their colleagues in Silicon Valley. Now that applications were performing optimally, Jack shifted his focus to another IT challenge, complete server consolidation. The first set of servers Jack wanted to consolidate were the dedicated yet underutilized servers running print, DNS, and DHCP in each of his branch offices. Once again, Jack turned to Reverbed and discovered that he can host virtual machines directly on his branch Steelhead EX appliances. Wow! Fast applications and consolidated branch services. Jack was impressed, although he didn't realize that some big challenges were still ahead of him. Jack was feeling pretty good about having saved his company money consolidating some applications and branch services while also putting out all those fires. And then there was an actual fire in one of the branch offices in Australia. Jack was in real trouble because he realized the Sydney office ran several unprotected custom applications hosting vital corporate data. In fact, many of his company's branch offices had custom and write-intensive applications running locally that he hadn't been able to back up centrally. Some backups couldn't be completed over the WAN, and some offices still backed up to tape, which was only moved off-site on occasion.
If only I could centralize all those custom applications and data from the branch offices.
As he thought about it more, centralizing his applications and data would be cheaper, more secure, simpler to manage, and easier to recover if another disaster occurred. As a trial, Jack decided to centralize local applications from a regional engineering office in Germany. Immediately, Jack got complaints from users. Applications weren't just slow, some didn't work, period. Jack also realized the central applications might not be accessible if the WAN link to the German office went down. What to do? Then Jack remembered his friends at Reverbed, the kings of consolidation. Reverbed had helped consolidate servers within the branch already. Perhaps they could help consolidate the remaining applications and data as well. Reverbed Granite with Blockstream technology allows end users and applications to access and write to centralized storage as though it were local. By using block caching and acceleration across the WAN, Granite projects data from the data center as if it were local to the branch. When combined with Steelhead appliances, Granite allows Jack to pull all those custom applications and islands of unprotected data out of branch offices and back into the corporate data center without hindering application performance in branch offices. In fact, Jack can even boot machine images quickly across the WAN, so branch offices can be quickly provisioned or quickly recovered from an outage. Jack really has the consolidation thing down. His servers, applications, and storage are running at peak efficiency and utilization in the data center, where he can easily manage them and keep data secure. Branch services are also consolidated onto the Reverbed Virtual Services platform. Jack's saving money on his infrastructure equipment as well as his time managing systems. Now, when headquarters wants to roll out a new office, Jack knows his response.
No problem.
Jack knows that with Steelhead and Granite, they'll have access to everything they need to get to work. Now you know Jack's secret. What are you waiting for? Consolidation bliss is only a click away.
This helps to consolidate the infrastructure. This helps you to still provide people at the remote sites with local access, and it works even in case there is a WAN failure. The third product, which is actually used by most of the largest FMCG or the banking industry or most of the service providers today, is the application delivery controller. It is used not only for traffic management, global load balancing, but it also has something called as layer 7 plus application fingerprinting. It allows you to actually know what the customer is doing on your website and prioritize the customer, give priority on bandwidth, prioritize the customer based on what he's doing in your website. Very important feature when it comes to the banking and FMCG industry, especially if you have something which is online, e-commerce based. On top of that, you have seen the performance platform, the cascade, and we can go deeper into that. My colleagues will take you later through it. The benefits of it is it gives out open APIs, so you can integrate it with every other solution that is available in the market. So be it Microsoft, be it the other solutions, you can actually integrate and provide the same. On top of that, you might have all the other storage vendors. You might have any other component in your network which is required, which gets integrated, and this complete platform is called the application performance platform. 3 areas, and I'll quickly wrap it up. I think I'm running behind time. Okay. So 3 areas of focus. 1, location independent access, which means no matter where your user is, you can give them, whether it is a customer or a user, they should be able to get a good experience. 2, location independent infrastructure, no matter where your offices are and no matter what kind of IT you require, you should be able to place it in that location. 3, you should be able to have complete visibility and management of your complete infrastructure, including if you are going into the cloud. So if you are going into a Microsoft Azure cloud, or if you are going into a Office 365, you should be able to have a kind of an environment where you are able to visualize and manage. One customer example I picked up because of the case study thing. I'm not too sure what the case studies are, but we spoke about 2 industries. So I just picked up a customer who's pretty big and well known, who uses our solutions. That was Victoria's. I picked up one client who actually uses the complete visibility and management for this. Right? So one more bank, and that's about it from my side. Thank you so much. My colleagues will take you through later. Are we all awake?
Yes, we all awake.
Okay.